Hey guys, what to trade this week? In this video we'll discuss gold, we'll analyze Bitcoin, we'll discuss pound dollar pair, and I will share with you my predictions for WTI crude oil. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let's start. So I want to start the analysis analyzing pound dollar pair. Analyzing this pair this morning, I spotted that pound dollar finally reached that major resistance. Right here's our strong resistance that the price reached, and analyzing the reaction of the price to that, we may spot multiple rejections from that. You can see that, for example, this wick of that candle is bigger than the body of that candle, and right here again the wick of that candle is bigger than the body of that candle. It signifies a strong bearish pressure from that resistance. And moreover, right here we also formed a doji candle. One more very important bearish clue. Now opening a 4-hour time frame. Here in the 4-hour time frame, we have a perfect example of the head and shoulders pattern. And one tricky thing about this head and shoulders pattern. So the fact is that here is our neckline. And here in the pound dollar, the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern is quite wide, and you can see that the pattern here is already formed, and now we are testing the lower boundary of the neckline. So I guess that head and shoulders pattern we can treat, but we should definitely wait for its confirmed breakout, and the breakout of the neckline will be confirmed after violation, after 4-hour candle close below that. So we will wait for a 4-hour candle close below the neckline, and then we will short the market on a retest. Yes, shorting the market on a retest, we will set our stop loss above the highs of the pattern, and our first target for the trade will be that support. Yes, you can see that right here we have a very nice horizontal structure support. Our second target for the trade will be the next strong support. Here it goes. That will be our second goal. So traders, let me say that again. Now we are not shorting. Our plan is to let the price close below the neckline first. That is our trigger. And only when this 4-hour candle closes below the neckline, we will set our sell limit order on the retest. Yes, that will be our plan. So let's see what will happen. Also, don't forget about our break-even point. Once the market reaches that level, our stop loss will be moved to entry, and our position will become risk-free. Gold chart. Let's open a daily time frame first. And analyzing this one on a daily, first of all, yes, traders, definitely gold is bullish, right? And earlier we spotted together the breakout of that horizontal structure on a daily. Yes, the price successfully violated that to the upside. Then we retested that structure, and then the price bounced. So we remain very bullish biased, and definitely probabilities will be high that the market will keep growing. But analyzing the price action here on a 4-hour time frame, I guess, traders, we should admit the fact that the market slows down and it becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. Definitely the market is very overbought. So even though we are very bullish on gold, I think the best strategy to follow right here would be to wait for a pullback first before we buy. And for us, it is very important to know from where it will be safe to look for buying opportunities. So first of all, here on gold, we have that trend line. Yes, we have that trend line, and so far it is the resort for buyers to buy from. And if you are a scalper, you can look for buying opportunities from that trend line. However, as you know, we strictly trade from daily structures. So let's open it daily and let's find the closest strong structures from where it will be safe for us to trade. The first strong support that I see on gold is over here. Right here it goes. That is so far the closest strong structure that I see the closest horizontal structure. And I would recommend looking for buying opportunities from that support. Yes, if the price occasionally retraces to that, that will be a very safe point to look for buying opportunities from. I see one more very nice point to buy from. If we analyze the price action here in gold, we may also spot that major rising trend line. And you can see that 3 times in a row in the recent past that trend line was respected. So it is the closest strong vertical support. And as we concluded, because the market right now is very overbought, we will look for a correctional movement either to that horizontal support or to that trend line, and from there we will look for trend following opportunities. As we discussed, the next midterm goal for buyers is that major horizontal resistance. So globally we are bullish now and we expect a bullish movement to that resistance cluster, but for us it will be safer to wait for a pullback first. And by the way, I believe, traders, that a bearish breakout of that trend line, yes, that we spotted here on a 4-hour, bearish breakout of this one will most likely indicate the initiation of a bearish movement, the initiation of a correctional movement here on gold. So that is for now what I see. Before this live stream started, I received a lot of questions about Bitcoin. So now let's briefly take a look at the situation with Bitcoin and let me share with you my thoughts. So it turned out that Bitcoin bounced again, right? And it turned out that the price even managed to violate that resistance. You can see that here on a daily we have that historical structure that was broken to the upside again. Yes, and technically speaking, we set a new high close on a daily again. So what does it mean? It means that bullish pressure remains. It is still very strong. However, at the same time, we cannot deny the fact that here these candles on a daily time frame look very weak. And analyzing the price action here on a 4-hour time frame, you can see that the market here started to coil. So technically speaking, at the moment, Bitcoin is trading within a range. Yes, we have the resistance right here, and we have the support right here. And I believe that the future direction of the market will depend on the reaction of the price to the boundaries of that range. If we break and close above the resistance of that range, if we set a new high close right here, I believe that Bitcoin will keep growing. And the next goal for buyers will be that resistance. Yes, that will be the next strong resistance cluster that we see on a daily. However, if the price breaks and closes below this support of that range, we will most likely see the initiation of a correctional movement. The market will then drop to that support. So if you're looking for trading opportunities on Bitcoin, I would suggest monitoring the boundaries of that horizontal trading range. Let me know, by the way, what are your expectations from Bitcoin? Do you believe that it is too overbought, or are you still bullish? And traders, analyzing the daily time frame, I want to remind you that for now we haven't seen any pullback on Bitcoin. It keeps growing like crazy, and higher it goes, higher is the chance that the correctional movement will initiate. So let's patiently wait for some price action confirmation. WTI crude oil. Let's start our analysis from a daily time frame, because at the moment WTI crude oil is approaching a very wide and strong resistance. Technically speaking, traders, here is our resistance cluster. It is very wide. And you can see that here on a daily, we even formed a head and shoulders pattern, right? And that wide resistance is technically speaking the neckline of that inverted head and shoulders pattern. So of course, those who are looking for buying opportunities on WTI crude oil should patiently wait for a bullish breakout of that entire blue area. We will be bullish on WTI crude oil only after a bullish violation of that resistance, only when the daily candle closes above that blue resistance. Only then we will expect a bullish continuation. Yes, so you should be very patient and wait for a breakout first. Alternatively, remember that while the price is trading below that resistance, we still remain locally bearish biased, and we can look for shorting opportunities from that blue resistance. Moreover, you can see that here on the daily, the price formed a very cute doji candle, signifying the weakness of buyers. Now, opening a 4-hour time frame. Opening a 4-hour time frame, traders, what I see over here is a potential tiny little head and shoulders pattern right here. So you can see that on the WTI crude oil, here we formed the left shoulder, here we formed the head, and here we formed the right shoulder, right? So what you should look for to sell WTI crude oil, you should look for a breakout of its neckline to the downside. If the price breaks and closes that horizontal neckline on a 4-hour, then the market will most likely drop. What will be the goal for sellers if the price violates the neckline? Here, analyzing the price action, we can spot that trend line. Yes, that trend line on the 4-hour. That's, by the way, yes. So that is the right shoulder of our head and shoulders pattern, and analyzing the price action on the 4-hour of the right shoulder, we can identify that trend line. So your first goal will be that trend line, and if the price violates that to the downside, then we will go lower to that support, right? So let me conclude the analysis for WTI crude oil one more time. We are approaching that major zone of resistance at the moment, and we have two potential scenarios right here. The first scenario is a bullish breakout of that white horizontal neckline. If we close above this one on a daily, we will go higher. The second scenario is a bearish scenario. The price may respect that neckline and drop from that one more time. In order to confirm such a scenario, we will monitor that tiny little head and shoulders on the 4-hour. If the price breaks its neckline to the downside, we will drop to the rising trend line first, and then if the price violates the trend line to the downside, we will drop to that support. So here are the scenarios for you for WTI crude oil. The next instrument that we will analyze is New Zealand yen pair. And again, let's start with the daily. Let me show you what I spotted right here, analyzing the daily time frame. So New Zealand yen pair is approaching a very strong horizontal resistance. And what I like about that horizontal resistance is the fact that it was respected many times in a row just in the recent past. And you can see how sharply the market dropped from that. Especially take a look at that rejection candle. The wick of that candle right here is extremely long, signifying a very strong bearish pressure from that resistance. Analyzing the reaction of the price to this one in the morning, what I spotted was the bearish engulfing candle in the 4-hour time frame. You can see that this bearish candle engulfed this bullish candle, and also we saw some minor rejections. But the trigger that made me short the pair was that double top pattern on an hourly time frame. You can see, traders, that here on an hourly time frame the price formed a very cute double top, and it turned out that the price managed to violate its neckline to the downside. You can see that its neckline was broken. We closed below that on an hourly time frame, and then the price bounced and the market retested that. So I shorted the pair on a retest. Here was my entry. Yes, I guess somewhere here. Stop loss is lying above the highs of the pattern, and the bearish continuation here is expected. The initial target for that trade will be based on that support. You can see that here we have quite strong support, and once this one is reached, yes, we will close half of our position. The second target for the trade will be right here. Yes, that support. So it can be a very nice pullback trade from a key resistance. The trade is already active, traders. Yes, and I hope that you are already in that trade. The probabilities here are very, 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 very high. Fingers crossed, and I hope that the pair will drop soon. Also, don't forget about our break-even point. Once the market reaches that support, that minor horizontal structure, our stop loss will be moved to entry, and the position will become risk-free. Yes, that is so far what I see on New Zealand yen pair. Alright, traders, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions. Also, if you want me to analyze something else for you, also let me know in the comment section. I always reply. Also, traders, if you want to learn how to trade, don't forget to check my premium educational group. The link in the description below. Also, traders, please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you on the weekend. Thank you so much for watching.